Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song "The Globalist" by Muse. So this does come as a request. As always, if you would like to request something, leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to get to it. What I've been doing these last few weeks is taking every single one of my requests, putting them into this Google Sheet, hitting the randomize button 3 times, and the top result is the next song I listen to. So that's how we got here. I've listened to quite a bit of Muse at this point, so I'm, pretty familiar with their music. So, kind of know what to expect, but, still we're going in open-minded and going to give it a shot. So, here we go. This is Muse, The Globalist, just normal track. Nothing special about this one, not live. Let's give it a shot. Was that really 10 minutes long? I feel like that song ended way too soon. Man, I loved that. That was so wonderful. There was a time on this channel where, and I don't remember what video it is specifically, but there was a time on this channel where I said, you know what, I think I'm tired of listening to Muse. I feel like I've gotten their style down and I understand them, and it just doesn't excite me anymore. And oh man, how I wish I could go back on those words, because I think between this song and MK Ultra and Reapers and just a lot of the Muse I've heard lately, I really dig it. I've really enjoyed sort of what I've heard from them recently. I feel like maybe there was a moment where I guess too much of the same style of Muse was being recommended to me, and so I think I needed to switch it up. And I think that's something great about Muse, is that sort of the well runs deep with these guys in the sense that they, one, have a lot of music. They've been around for a long time. And two, I feel like no two albums are the same with these guys, and truly no two songs are the same. Yes, there are some of those similar patterns that you see from album to album or song to song. But man, I feel like my sort of interest in Muse has been revitalized recently, and I think in no small part to hearing a few things off of Simulation Theory, hearing a few things off of Drones, just hearing a little bit from each piece of their discography, I think has really revitalized this band for me in my eyes, and has just made me enjoy listening to them again. So this song was fantastic. Again, can't believe 10 minutes came and went so quickly, because I feel like I want so much more of this song. But yeah, it was wonderful. So I'm very excited to break it down. Of course, starting with the lyrics. So a lot of interesting lyrics here, a lot of stuff that I definitely want to mention. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. According to Matt Bellamy, The Globalist is a 10-minute prog nightmare sequel to fan favorite Citizen Erased. I've heard that song. I've reviewed it on the channel. It's a good song. A lot of fans keep tweeting asking what song is the sequel to Citizen Erased. It's a song called The Globalist, which is basically a narrative within itself about the rise and fall of a dictator, the end of the world, World War III, and all the good stuff I like. As well as being a thematic sequel to Citizen Erased, the intro opens with a spaghetti western musical theme. Definitely noticed that, and I loved it, by the way. Harkening back to their other anthem, Knights of Sidonia. I will say it definitely did give me a Knights of Sidonia vibe there at the beginning. That is one of the few Muse songs that I had heard before doing this channel. So yeah, definitely I can say that gave me some vibes of that. The song is divided into 3 parts. In the first part, the protagonist is being told to become stronger and stronger, to grow and to rule the world. In the second part, the heavy one, the protagonist has gone crazy and destroys the world. In the third part, he regrets he destroyed the world just because he just wanted, he just needed to be loved. Damn, all right. So I feel like that came through in the lyrics all right, but let's take a deeper dive here. So this is part 1. You were never truly loved, you have only been betrayed. You were never truly nurtured by churches of the state. You were left unprotected by these wild and fragile lands, but you can rise up like a god. Arm yourself. You can be strong. You can build a nuclear power. Transform the earth to your desire. Free your mind from false beliefs. You can be the commander-in-chief. You can hide your true motives to dismantle and destroy. So yeah, I can definitely see that, how this is a protagonist being told to rise up and kind of take control. Now you finally have the code. I have given you the code. I assume, just based on the other parts of this album, that the code is maybe like nuclear codes, nuclear armaments, or maybe even the code here is just a standard of acting, like being a dictator. But to me, I think this has a lot of parallel with what we're seeing in society right now. I mean, you see a lot of people who are disenfranchised, and are joining sort of the alt-right movement and stuff like that, because for whatever reason, whether perceived or actual, they feel disenfranchised. They feel like their power is being taken away from them. So they're being told, hey, this movement, this alt-right, white supremacist movement can lift you up, if you allow it to. And so they're being told to be strong and to take back what's theirs and what have you. So to me, this is a terrifying parallel of what you see kind of in modern day. And I also just finished watching the Star Wars prequels. But it's been years actually since I've actually sat down and watched the Star Wars prequels, and I love Star Wars. But this also reminds me of kind of the prequels of the story of Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker and his fall from grace, but basically told to become stronger and sort of giving him the playbook to rule the world in a sense, or I guess the galaxy. Here's part 2, 10-9-8-7-6-5-4-3-2-1 fire. That's it. Okay, so that's literally part 2 is literally just him pressing the button and destroying the world, right? Part 3, there's no country left to love and cherish. It's gone for good. It's you and me, babe, survivors, to hunt and gather memories of the great nation we were. So this is like the nuclear fallout. There's no countries left to fight and conquer. I think I destroyed them all. It's human nature. The greatest hunter will survive alone with no one left to love. So to me, this sounds like the justification for it. It's kind of like Ozymandias at the end of Watchmen. It's like, yes, I killed millions to save billions, right? That sort of that justification. Like, yeah, I destroyed humanity. That way we would stop fighting. And he even justifies it with, it's human nature. The greatest hunter will survive alone with no one left to love. There's no culture left to love and cherish. It's gone. It's gone for good. A trillion memories lost in space and time forevermore. I just needed to be loved. So this is a person, again, who was looking for that love, that affection, that sort of I don't want to say justification, but that validation, and they just weren't getting it, I guess, in whatever they did in life, and so they reached out to this more destructive means to get that. And as a teacher as well, this to me is very sort of timely for someone like me, where it's like we deal with that with kids all the time. If they're not getting the love and attention and affection they need at home, then a lot of times they come looking for that here at school, and a lot of times to negative effect, instead of seeking that attention in sort of a loving and calm and friendly manner, they sort of act out to find that attention, and so it's kind of like it's very reminiscent of that. So and I think at first to me it doesn't seem like the protagonist is sort of remorseful. It seems like they're trying to justify it, but really when you read it in a certain way, it's like that justification has a sense of remorse. It's like they're trying to justify it to themselves more than anything, tell themselves that they were right, when at the end of the day they realize, I just needed and wanted to be loved, and that's why I did all this. Which, man, this was a fantastic song. I mean, from a lyrical standpoint, just telling that whole narrative, and how that narrative really fits with this album as a whole. I'm kind of glad that I had listened to a few songs off this album really before getting to this song, because I think really this fits really well thematically. So lyrically, I give it 2 big thumbs up. I loved it. As far as the instrumentation goes, a lot to love here. I really loved that sort of spaghetti western part there at the beginning. It really kind of set the tone nicely for me. Love the piano throughout, especially there at the end, where it's just real beautiful, and to match it thematically with the lyrics of how he's remorseful and trying to justify his actions to himself. I think the piano fit there so well. Whenever you can sort of create that entire mood with the instrumentation and the lyricism, and then even just the way that it's sung, I think that's just a masterclass here. So fantastic piano work. Fantastic on the beginning spaghetti western part. Excellent drum work and guitar work as well. I mean, that heavy section, I loved it. A lot of really cool drum fills in there. There were some moments where the drum picked up, and I was like, yo, that's some good drumming. So love the drums, love the guitar, love the piano, keyboards. Looks like they also had some string parts in here that I don't think I really noticed those. I might have just been wandering off during this moment, but contrabass, cello, viola, violin, I'm assuming. Was there any just like standard bass guitar? I mean, I don't know. But regardless, I mean, whatever they put in there, it sounded great. I think to me again, bass. To me again, what stuck out the most was really just drums, guitar, piano, and then of course Matt Bellamy singing. I think he does a fantastic job on this track, really conveying all the different emotions throughout the song. So great work from him as always. I think to me he's just like, he's up there as like becoming one of my favorite rockers of all time, just especially with just his skill. That's the thing too, is like the music from Muse sounds great, but the skill behind it and how much of it is done by Matt Bellamy himself has really, really impressed me. I mean, look at that. He writes it, he arranges it, vocals, guitar, keyboards, piano. I mean, he has his fingerprints all over the song, and I think it's better for it, honestly. So great work here instrumentally and vocally. 2 big thumbs up there as well. As far as replay value goes, I love long songs. I hate when songs are long and they don't need to be long. To me, this is a song that is long and it needs to be long because it conveys all the different emotions, it conveys all the different pieces, it has 3 different movements. And I just think that I'm glad this one is 10 minutes. In fact, I wished it was longer. Like I said, once those 10 minutes were over, I was like, damn, was that already 10 minutes? I want more. So this is one of those that I got to have on my playlist because I got to listen to it again. So for sure, going on the playlist, really high replay value. I give it 2 thumbs up there as well. Overall, this was just a solid request. Man, whoever requested this one, thank you so much. I loved it. So as always, if you would like to make a request, leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to get to it, add it to the randomizer. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, go support the artist. Go listen to their music wherever you can. One place you can definitely find this song and plenty more Muse is going to be in my Spotify playlist. It's in the description below. Has every single song I've heard so far on my channel. If you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. Alright, before I let you go, let's figure it out. What am I listening to next time? So we are done with the Globalist for now. And let's do some randomizing. Let's go 3 times. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, this is something new for me. Nothing I've heard before to my knowledge. It's Arch Enemy Nemesis. So tune in for that one next time. And until then, I'll see you.